reducing or simplifying fractions. To reduce or simplify a fraction, first I separate the numerator into factors. Then the second thing I do is separate the denominator into factors. The third thing I do is take out giant ones. The remainder is my answer. I'm going to give a couple examples. So let's say I have 16 40ths. I'm going to break my numerator apart into factors, so I have, say, 4 and 4. I'm going to do the same thing with my denominator, 4 and 10. I see clearly I have a giant 1, 4 over 4, and that leaves me 4 over 10. Now I can further reduce this by seeing if I have any more common factors. I see that yes, 4 can be separated into 2 times 2, and 10 can be separated into 2 times 5. Here's my giant 1, and my remainder is 2 out of 5. Now I can take this backwards and get to 16 out of 40. So what would I multiply 5 by to get to 40? Well, that gives me my 8. So 5 times 8 is 40, 2 times 8 is 16. And you might say, but Ms. Sauer, we didn't use an 8 over here. Well, actually we did. We used the factor of 4 and the factor of 2. 4 times 2 is that 8. To make it easier, let's go back and let's use 8 to start with. So I have 16 and 40. I just didn't notice last time that 8 would divide evenly into both 16 and 40, so let's try it that way. So 16 is 8 times 2, and 40 is 8 times 5. So here's my giant 1, and notice it still leaves me with a remainder of 2/5. So this is my equivalent fraction. Let's use a second example. Let's say I have, I don't know, let's go with 20 out of 64. Okay, I see that I have a common factor of 4 for both of these. So 20 would be 4 times 5. And 64, well, I don't know that automatically, so I'm going to work on the side. 64 divided by 4 is 124. It looks like it's 16 times. So I have 4 times 16. So this is my giant 1. And my remainder is 5 over 16. So these are equivalent fractions. Now I can check it just in case I don't trust myself. So I take this amount and I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to reverse my thinking, and I can multiply this times that giant 1, 4 over 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 16 times 4, well, I forget. Let me try that out. 4 times 6 is 4, carry the 2, 64. And notice that goes right back to my original fraction. There is a quick way of doing this. It's called factoring out. where I just factor out the ones. So I might have, I'll go back to this problem, 16 over 40. This is kind of an old school way to do it. I ask myself, what are my common factors here? And I say, oh, 8. And so I ask myself, how many times does 8 go into 40? 5 times. How many times does 8 go into 16? Twice. And my answer is 2/5. This is called factoring out. What I'm factoring out are giant ones. So in this case, the giant one would have been 8. Okay.